Good morning, boys and girls. Here's today's read aloud. Take a look at the cover. So remember, we're learning all about movement, body movement. So think about yourself. How do you move your body parts? And think about all of the people that you know, your parents, your brothers and sisters, the teachers, your friends. How do you see people move their body parts? So take a look at the cover. What is this person doing? Right? What do you notice? We're holding on to something here. One leg is in the air, another leg is balancing on the floor. Their body is crouching down. This story is called Stretch. So what does that mean to stretch? Everyone say stretch. Let's see. Wow. This looks very familiar. That means I've seen these moves before, these body movements before. Where have you seen these body movements before? We do something in class where we move our body in these special positions in these certain ways. Ooh. What is he doing with his body? Remember when we were learning about bridges and we turned our body into a bridge? So this book is called Stretch by Doreen Cronin. Stretch with me, hands in the air, count 2, 3. Hold it right there. Stretch up high for a snack in the trees. Different animals. Remember, animals are like people because they move their bodies in special ways with their special body parts. Stretch out wide for a ride on the breeze. What part of their body are the birds stretching? What are these called? Do you remember? Wings. Can you stretch to the ceiling? Can you stretch to the floor? Can you stretch with a whisper? Can you stretch with a roar? What part of the body is the dog stretching now? Right? Stretching means to just move a part of your body, right, in a different way that doesn't really feel normal, right? It might hurt a little bit, but it's good because we're moving our body. So what part of his body is he moving here? And we have this part of our body too. His mouth. Can you stretch your mouth open? I can stretch underwater. I can stretch on a wave. I can stretch on a surfboard if I'm very, very brave. How is he feeling? Is he being brave? He looks nervous. Some will stretch to show you feathers. Some will stretch to show you spots. A stretch that goes a stretch too far might tie you up in knots. Uh-oh. He was stretching his arms and legs to reach up high to get something. And it was too high. The cat fell down. A yawn is just the stretch that starts down deep inside. A yawn. Can you yawn? Oh. It travels up into your mouth and makes it open wide. So the whale is stretching his mouth. He's yawning. If I were an inchworm, I'd stretch from place to place. Does anybody recognize this? This is a person, or this is a place in New York that is very famous. Remember we learned about New York? And this is a place in Paris. The Eiffel Tower. And the Statue of Liberty. This is in the city where we live. If I were an astronaut, I'd stretch in outer space. I stretch my lungs to take a breath, then blow out. Nice and slow. Wow. A bubble will stretch and stretch. That's a big bubble. Have you ever chewed bubble gum before? Whoa, look at all the bubble gum he's chewing. So he needs to use something called his lungs inside of his body. And when we breathe, we feel our bellies and our chest open bigger and smaller. They open and close, and we feel air come out, right? So he stretches his lungs to take a breath. Until there's no room left to grow, pop! What happened to the bubble? If you stretch me and I stretch you, we'll stretch twice as far. Who knows what we can do? They're working together. So they're stretching their bodies and moving their bodies in special ways. And they can do anything. They're working hard. The end. And here we see the dog again. He's stretching and moving his body in different ways. Remember, we've done yoga in class. Can you do these yoga moves at home?